Along with everything else in the world, the game of baseball just continues to get more and more expensive. Anywhere from all of the hottest new bats, gloves, batting gloves, accessories, and even training equipment. Today we're gonna find out if we can still train effectively without breaking the bank. I scoured through Amazon and found some of the cheapest training baseball gear that I could find. We're gonna try some of those out today here at D-Bat Bowling Green and give them a rating out of 5 stars. First on the list, we're gonna start out with probably the cheapest item that I could find, which was like $4. And these are supposed to be like palm pads to stick on your hand before you go in your glove. I'm gonna assume that they just go around one of your fingers like this. And to truly test this out, I've got some help from this glove that looks like Babe Ruth's. Let's hop in the machine and catch some balls. All right, well, the cons of being new to this whole thing. We pretty much popped this entire glove without recording. I might be able to catch some of the footage from the security cameras, but we'll see.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No, 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 no.
But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to test out the palm pad with a different glove. All right, so I was able to find this really old Rawlings in our Lost and Found here at D-Bat. So let's catch a few without the palm pad and then we'll throw it on. I'm very upset that I did not get me originally with that old glove. That kind of hurt a little bit. Try like 2 or 3 more, try and catch it right on the palm. That was more web than anything. Let me go one more, try and go straight palm. Not even gonna close it. Yeah, that hurt, that hurt. All right, now I've got the palm pad on. Doesn't feel that bad. Still a lot of the same pain. Yeah, I don't know how well that works. All right, well, palm pad, official review. I'm not sure how necessary this would be, especially in today's world, where most new gloves nowadays are gonna be pretty well padded. Now, maybe if you're using an old glove like this, it might work, but I honestly did not really feel a difference whenever it got me straight in the palm. So just because it came with 2 of these and for only $4, I mean, 2 stars for 2 of them. All right, so the next thing that I'm gonna use is a sock, but not this one. This sock. Yeah, that's better. Now, I found this on Amazon for like $10, and it's supposed to be something to where you can actually throw by yourself. So instead of just throwing into a net and letting it bounce back to you, you can actually just take your ball, put your hand in, tighten it up, and now you can even throw inside. So you have a very similar sensation of throwing, even inside if you don't have a space like this. So let's see. That's actually kind of cool, not gonna lie. It's a very different feeling. I would recommend for sure having it on as tight as possible because obviously the throw is gonna try and take it off. Let's see how well I trust it going towards my phone. Oh, that's kind of scary. Definitely a weird feeling for sure. This is interesting. Now, for all intents and purposes, this thing is actually pretty cool. Probably for somebody who's on their grind alone, doesn't always have a space to go throw, or the best you can do is like throwing in your room. I actually think this is pretty cool. Now, I can't really tell like with the intent what I'm throwing. Obviously, we like to see how hard we throw and how far. So that's really the only cons I have here. And for the price of $10, I mean, 4 out of 5. Now, the next thing I have is actually gonna be a batting grip. As you can see, this demo icon that we have is very well used. So let's put a new grip on it. Now there's so many different options when it comes to bat grip. It seems like a lot of companies have some grip options these days. We've even got here in our D-Bat, we've got the Voot grips, we've got lizard skin, and we've got Rawlings as well. I found this one on Amazon, not really sure, not Nocuzent. It was literally like $6, but the interesting thing about this is it's 1.7 millimeters, which is actually pretty thick. I don't know if you guys can see here very well. Hopefully I can focus it, but it's got this cool kind of cubish pattern with lines going all different ways. Hopefully that helps. I can definitely tell that this is 1.7 though. Typically when we go lizard skins, I mean, we're buying 0.9s, 1.1s. I don't want to hear anybody flaming me in the comments for how I'm doing this either if you're a bat grip pro. All right, now it's definitely getting rough, so don't come for me in the comments. All right, first feel. It's very soft. All right, I'm not gonna fire the machine up. We're just gonna do a little taxi here and toss it up to myself. No batting gloves. Again, initial thoughts is it's very, very soft. That could just be the thickness of it, but let's just toss a few up, see what we can do. That was horrible. I don't know how well this would do if like you only used hands, because like my hands are already a little bit sweaty in this video and they're kind of moving a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. Now again, I've got to rely heavily on the price of this. So for the rating, I'd probably say 2.5 stars. It's not going to compete with your big box grips, but it'll do. We'd also have to put a lot of swings on it just to test the durability. Now this next one, I'm not really going to test, just more or less wanted to see the quality of the material. We do have a sliding mitt. It's not bad, but I mean, it does have a lot of wiggle room. These pieces down here are pretty hard. I think this was literally $8 on Amazon. Now I'm standing over here because we do have the Rawlings options. I've tried these on, I'm not gonna take it out of package, but these are like $50. This kind of mesh-ish type material is really nice, but I've even seen some upwards of $80 and $100. If you need a sliding mitt, I say if, because in my opinion, you don't need a sliding mitt. Spend a little extra money on one, not one that's like $8 on Amazon. So rating on this one, I gotta go 1. Sorry. All right, on to a more recognizable brand, Skills. We actually even have a few of their stuff in the closet, like the training ladders. But this is a new one that I haven't seen. Training hands or fielding hands. It's actually something that will go in your glove. And it's universal. It says it fits both righties and lefties. It does say it works with most gloves, 11.5 inch and up. Granted, this is an adult size, so I'm sure they've got some youth models as well. And as far as price goes on this, I did just look. I got this for $8. I don't know why it was on such a big sale. They're originally like $35, I think. Scratch that. I guess I did not read directions very well on this. So it's actually something that you've got to mold to your glove. You've got to get like a pot with boiling water and everything and mold it specifically to you. So probably a very good tool once you actually figure it out. But as for the purposes of this video, I guess it's disqualified. Sorry, Skills. That falls on me, by the way, guys, not Skills. So yeah. My final product of today is gonna be this tee. Shout out to Goatic, really cool name, cool logo. This is definitely the most expensive item of the video. And I bought 3 of them. Why did I buy 3, you may ask? I don't know. Actually, I do know. We needed some tees for the facility, so pretty good option, and we'll try it out. So within our facility here at DBAT, we have typically used Tanner tees, which are honestly amazing. Even though they are about $120 a piece, these things have been here since we opened, and we opened about 3.5 years ago. And it's not just one person using these tees, it's a lot of people. We needed a few. I saw where Goatic actually had these on sale through TikTok Shop for like $68. About half the price of a Tanner tee. That's why I bought 3 of them. Shout out to my guy Mitchell at Goatic. Thanks for hooking me up. Can't call myself a baseball player unless I sit on a bucket. So this is for both youth and adult. It actually has a very heavy base, similar to the Tanner tees. I think this is just a placeholder. The base is 11 pounds, so it's pretty sturdy. Definitely feels 11 pounds, that's for sure. The Goatic logo there. And yeah, this thing is pretty sturdy. Let's bring you all the way down to the ground, but like, you don't even hear that. Barely. Let's attach the T part. Even though these were on sale a little bit, even originally, I think they're only like $80 or $90. Probably a very good option if you're not wanting to spend a little bit extra money on the Tanner tees. Let's get this mess out of here. Let's just move the mess back there. Welcome back, Icon, with our newly grip. First glance, it's not really going anywhere. This is their lowest setting. I believe it's at like 24 inches. Probably perfect for the little kids. It's definitely not going anywhere. Still not going anywhere. Now let's go all the way up. Little high T drill. I think that's 45 inches. Now at a facility like this, where you have a lot of kids getting into baseball for the first time, they're gonna hit the tee a lot. So something like this that does not tip over very easily is gonna be pretty essential. And you can easily detach this to take it somewhere else with you. I believe they even started out as a batting glove company, so maybe we'll have to get their batting gloves one time and try those out too. Let me clarify, I'm no way affiliated with these guys. Maybe in the future, who knows? I believe it's like goaticproducts.com. Honestly, with this one, especially in a facility like this, and the price, this is our best one of the day. 5 stars, for sure. I don't know why I'm standing on this table. I think I just kind of wanted to show you guys the facility as a whole. But that's going to conclude it. We have a lot of possibilities for content on my channel, especially being in this facility. So we could go old bats versus new bats, cheap training gear versus expensive training gear. So if you guys have any suggestions on some more long form content, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. To answer our question, is it still possible to get better, train, and buy cheaper gear with the same result? I'm gonna give it a maybe. I think it'll also depend on age. Like if you're a very young kid or if you're a parent of a very young kid, don't go out and buy $500 bats. But hey, more power to you if you want to. I think solely from a training aspect, it's just not necessary. Thank you guys for joining along, and we'll see you in the next one.